Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to MessyMissy Creates. Welcome to September and welcome to a new journal. New month, new journal. I loved the August journal, but hopefully I will love this one just as much. It is about 10¼ inches tall by about 7¼ inches wide. So it's pretty tall. And I have not done anything with this intro page yet. I'm a week late, but getting started. And right off the bat, we have a white page. So I need to see if that's going to matter to me. And if so, we're going to ink it real quick. But I want to pull out, these are my numbers. Let's see, this was a Monday. So I have this flap. So I need to decide if I'm going to use, that's a big Monday too. I need to decide if I'm going to use it as a flap or as a pocket. Because if I'm going to use it as a pocket, then I may not ink this page. Or a side, like a side tuck. I also, the item of the month is die cuts. So if you've already seen that video, I did a few more after the video like these. So I do have some things to put on here. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be a little label, you know, like this, or it could be a tag that goes in a pocket, or let's see, I have, and I may not use this. I don't have to. We just had water. My niece came over and helped my husband cut grass, and then she and I set up our, she helped me clean the front room and set up my, Etsy shipping station so that I can start selling things on Etsy that aren't just digital. I don't have anything ready yet, but, I tell you what, let me just make this decision real quick. Because if I have a pocket there, then I really don't need this one. Now, I can cut this down. Let me at least cut it, because I know I don't want this part. This was just the fry bucket. And it may not make the page. It may make it here. This is obviously good writing space. But if I have a tuck here and a pocket here, then I have plenty of, you know, places to write stuff or whatever. I do have, let's see, I have him cutting the grass. I have this cute little thing with her cut, you know, I was going to use it for when I cut the grass, but this was her cutting the grass. She was push mowing, he was writing. I don't have to have both of them to tell the story. I just, they both worked really hard on a lot of 2.5 acres of grass. So that kind of leads me to think that I want to ink this side. Now I have, because I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. This is masking tape. And let's see how the ink is going to do. Let's do real quick, because I'm at least going to ink this part. This is peacock feathers. And I just want to at least see how this is going to do. It may dye the masking tape. Well, masking tape is designed to mask and to keep paint from getting... This is not paint, though. This is ink. So, maybe... I'm going to see if it'll stick to it. And, we're just going to put a little color on the page. Let me move that, get right up to this edge. I usually put a piece of paper underneath. Maybe I'm inking everything, I don't know. I usually put a piece of, it's right here. You know, whatever, my glue paper under here so that I don't get ink on everything. And then the only other color that I thought that I might use is this, I don't want all the bright colors like I had last month. So I thought about using this straw color. It's called Scattered Straw. I could use a green. I could use a red because it's Labor Day, but this is kind of a teal page. So the only thing that I have on here that's red, white, and blue is the thing that says Labor Day. So that's that. As a matter of fact, I forgot that it was Labor Day. And almost didn't have it. I didn't have it when I first started the video. I had to start the video over again. So I'm just going to put some of this. This is actually a darker than I thought. Sorry about my arm reaching in front of your face. And then it can be drying while I've got a little bit more to cut out. Not a whole lot, but I have stuff I want to put on the other pages just to get it off my desk. So we'll let that kind of soak in a second. And there we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. It should dry pretty quickly. So we'll have our Monday the 1st right here, probably. And then maybe put Labor Day right under it. So I'm not going to use this as a writing page anyway. So if I put this here, then now I love this, never leave unattended, but then I want the Whataburger. So I could cut this in half so it's not so thick and then just glue down the sides. As a matter of fact, that's a good idea. And then whether I use it or not, I have one for the next time. We went to Fiskars, but they were closed for Labor Day. So who knew? I don't want to glue it. I was almost thinking I could just glue it and flip it like this. And then that would preserve some of the writing space. And it would kind of just be a little tag. I don't have a lot of room on the sides this month. I normally do have. Let's see, this goes on this page. She goes on this page. I'm not going to put this other image on this page because I think I have too much stuff for this one page. This is just to represent my shipping station. It's just a table that it also has a backdrop that I made a long time ago to photograph things. But it's a place that it's a table that I have some drawers underneath that have all of my, you know, my envelopes, my packing, my labels and envelopes, you know, your shipping envelopes, that sort of thing. So I have to have that a little bit organized, otherwise I'm really bad at mailing things. So I knew that in order for me to, I used to have a full-time Etsy shop, and it was, and I was very organized with it. There's not very many things that I can say that about, but that was one of them. And you kind of have to be, because people, you know, if you say 3-day shipping, then they want 3 day, or, you know, 1-day turnaround or whatever. If I put this like this, I don't have quite as many options for tags that I had. Of course, this bright orange right here, this is going to be a colorful page, I guess. But that one worked. It has the orange, the teal. That would be okay. It also would be okay if I used it, if I decided to tuck that. So I haven't decided yet. But I've got this tag, and I had a little label. We'll worry about the die cuts in just a minute. Let's see. If I put this here, it doesn't matter if that's open or closed, right? Let me move. These are the rest of my days and numbers. Let me move them over to the side here. And I also did this video that day. And, okay. We've got, I think I've got everything. Did have a Walmart delivery. So that's pretty much it, unless I put, where'd my little lawnmower dude go? There, oh, he's right in front of my face. So this is something I could put on the tag. I could put this over here, like this, and leave that as just a flip. I could put him up here. Let's see, what do I want to do? Kind of thinking that I want to put this here and this up here. And I may not use him. Because that goes with that. Actually, you know what I could do? I could put this on here. It just does fit. And she fits. Almost. Kind of, sort of. But none of it's wooing me. You know what I mean? So let's see where we are with the die cuts. Okay, so I showed you the one. I have doilies, which don't match. I have that one tag that we could use in here, and it would match. And I could even put, no, that doesn't fit. I could put that in here. We could put some ribbon or something like that on it. Sure, use the tag right off the bat, right? Yeah. And then I can leave this open and I can write in here. I think that will work. That just does fit. I can cut it down a little bit. I think I can snip a little bit off of her foot too. And the edge of this side. And then she'd fit better. And then if I had something narrow, I wonder if any of my chicken scratch notepads would fit that little section right there. That one doesn't match, but let's see, I have a yellow one. Does that one, it would match. Let's see what we think of that. I'm just not sure if it fits exactly. Not really, it sticks over. I could trim it a little bit. Again, that's not wooing me. This is not wooing me. But this is what we had. So I could take just this one piece right here and use it as a tuck, and then that would free up this much writing space if I needed it. It would also let me put this back on if I wanted to, and then I could glue this. No, I still wouldn't glue that down. I still would leave that as a flip, but if I had that as a flip, I could put this in here and write about that here, right? Because then that's not so important that it fits widthwise. So let's whittle this down again. But I like that. A word to the wise, never leave unattended. I just think that's funny. You know what I could do? Oh, I was trying to cut that real thick edge off of it. Bend it up in the process. I could have it as a tag. Darn. I could back it with something and have it as a tag. Let me leave it to the side real quick. Let's start gluing something down. So we want this as a tuck. Let me glue the number and the day down. It's always hard for me. I don't know about for you. It's always awkward for me the very first page of a journal. New journal. It's like just getting to know you kind of thing. You know, because the size of pictures that I print, or, you know, I mean, this is a little bit different size than my one from last month. The one from last month I think was a little bit wider. I had some wiggle room on the edges. I don't have a lot of wiggle room on the edge here on this one. And what else? I'm going to glue. I think I just got glue on my tag. And then also the new prompt, right? I mean, washi was easy. I could washi anything. But let me put this down, get my art glitter glue. And we may only get one page done today. I don't know. I have enough stuff. I have everything to do several pages. I was hoping to at least get 2 done. But, like I said, it is always a little bit harder for me to start in a brand new journal. Now, I might regret not putting washi down that side. This is a shorter page, too. See how... So, I do have some wriggle room. Wriggle room. I have wriggle room. I could put this down here on top of that. That would work. This is orange. This would match right here. And then... Okay, it's working. I can live with this. This I might put back up here. Let me see if I use this tag. I don't think anything would fit on it that I have glued. Does that make sense? The only thing that would fit on it would be this. Okay, so I could put this right here. And that would be that. And I could put Labor Day back up here if I wanted to. I'd probably end up putting another tag in here. Another, like this. I would cut it down just a hair. That would hide the Labor Day. So I don't know. I might want the Labor Day over there, but we'll see. See, because I could cut some of this off. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I do like this. I guess this is going to be my die cut for the day. Although, I don't know what to put on here. And there's no rule that says I can't put more than one die cut. I don't know that I want to make a habit of that because I've die cut not just enough for 30 days, but I did, I quit counting at some point. I think this can go... Oop, no, it can't. It can't be glued to that, that's for sure. I don't want that to be like my headline there. Let's see how he looks right here. He looks pretty good right there. And again, I didn't have to have him, but I don't want to leave him out. He worked hard. And there we go. Okay, so this, the only place this can go, unless I put it up here, front and center, which it can be. It very well could, it would fit. And it matches that. What does it look like when I put the tag in it, though? See, that kind of hides it. So, if I do this, it still shows. So, this is going here. So, we start gluing the things that we know. And then the rest of it comes together. But it always is that introductory first page. Sometimes the first 2 pages, you know, just takes a little while longer to kind of get your bearings. Or it does for me. How do you do in a new journal? Does it take you a minute to get used to it? Or is that just a me thing? It could be a me thing. Because, you know. And I might have chosen to put some washi over that. And I might pull that up until I'd make that decision. Rather than the masking tape. Although the masking tape does not bother me. Pin that. I do have, I don't have my washi capsule for this month yet put together. I have some that I kind of want to use for this month, although, see, I intended on this being blue like this, and kind of gold and brown, not so much the teal, but that's kind of pretty. That would doll it up a little bit. And it's sideways. It's kind of, it goes like this, but it's flowers. Okay, on second thought, maybe not. This one is flowers. See, I'm still using washi. Now I have, you know what I have though? And I think it's in here, except I think I used it last month. This one right here has, it's got the gold and it's got that kind of red. It's not, it's almost like a purplish blue. See, like this one too? And I really like it. It just doesn't go. But I do have a solid, a gold plaid that I really like. Oh, this is just, let me see if it's in last month's basket. Because I think I got it out to use it. Maybe I need to use something like this from last month's, because I do have that teal. This one has teal and gold. And washi is not the item of the month anymore, but you see me still reaching for it, right? That's the idea, I think, was to see what you use, what you don't use. This is still not the one I was looking for, though. And I don't, like I said, I don't have to cover. I just want to see what it looks like. It's not going to cover completely. But it has the gold, it has the teal. Let's do it. It's down, let's do it. I've got to figure out, I need to do a washi capsule, I guess, for this month. Because I really don't know what's going to match this journal. So, apparently, some of last month's washi is going to match this journal. We have that. I need a ribbon. I'm going to put that here, I think. I'm going to put this down here. And we are not doing great on time, but not doing horrible. We've used our die cut already. I was so happy to have this cleaned out. I don't need the chicken paper anymore, I don't think. Unless I choose to use it. We did let the girls out. The girls meaning my girls, my chickens. If you hear me refer to my girls, that's what I'm talking about. So I could use this right here. That would tie in more of that gold. And then just use this as writing space. This is writing space. I want something to go on here. I did not factor in. I need to see how wide this is. This is not, it's right at 3 inches. So, from now on, I need to print things that are, that fit in that space. Now I could put, these are the chickens that I drew. I could put one of the chickens in there. If I wanted to. I could take a piece of, oh, that's not a bad idea. I could take a piece of the paper that I dyed, like one of the lighter color ones, and put a little strip. I wouldn't want to cover this whole thing. And could make it like a journaling space. But This chicken matches. So let's see. Let me see if I can find my dyed papers. I would almost want to use, well, I did have a sage green that I did this month. See, she looks cute there. Can she stand by herself? Can she be a standalone chicken? I also have this page that I drew that has the flowers. So clip art in the house. But I already have a house here. I could put one of those flowers there that would tie that teal in. I don't want the border. Not on this page. Yeah, I think it's going okay. I'm getting a little, like, hurried, I guess, only because I'm on video. If I wasn't on video, it wouldn't bother me. But I know that, it's a lot to sit there and watch somebody try to wrestle with themselves on what to put somewhere. So I just didn't want this to go blank. Does that make sense? Now, that doesn't look good to me. Right there. Where did that little green label go? Did I put it back in the... This is just an offcut. I think that's kind of funny. That fits. And that would make a journaling spot. It's an offcut to a... And then I could put lines in it instead of that if I wanted to use that. I could doll this up a little bit and put a border on it. I could put the teal border on it. And I could always cut more dies. But I don't know what I did with that little green light. Oh, here it is. And I may have a bigger one. What I was thinking is that right there. And that right there. I love these labels. They're embossed. And you can go with a pen and do, like, if you did them out of white and you wanted the blue or the red or the black. But that would look cute together. I don't think I want my chicken floating in the air. This at least grounds the flower. If I just, it would strictly be for decor. I don't even know what or if I would write on that label. But I was going to look because I didn't really want to have to get all my stuff back out. But if I didn't choose to put this stuff on here, I could put this here and one chicken. And that at least would look decorated, right? And I could pull this off. Just leave that there. I don't even have to have that. This is plenty. This is writing space all on its own. I'll just do the lines. So I think I kind of like that. So I actually have 2 die cut pieces on here. Let me put that over to the side. See if I glue this on. I think this ties in the teal with the gold. I like that. I like that a lot, I think. And then Labor Day can go right there. And we open it up. And we have, I need to glue that down better. And we have plenty of writing room. I may do the line straight across like this. And then write as if there's no bump there. And then do lines here. So this will be like hidden journaling. This will be just whatever. But I'm going to put this on. And I'm just going to do a thin bead right along the edge. Or all over the place. However it works out. And then I'm going to do, I want it to hang over. I didn't want to be able to see any of the yellow page. You know what I mean? I wanted it to completely hang over. But also at the same time being careful not to glue it to the other paper. So I'll trim this off right here. So see, I didn't even have to use that tag. I'm sure that I will end up cutting more tags. Because those will be the easiest things to use for die cuts. Now, I think I still am going to put the chicken there. And she's going to be by herself. And we won't use this and this. We will save this for another day. So let me put that back in my die cuts. And still can't decide if I want Labor Day here. I think just because it doesn't really match. But I should have drawn my own Labor Day. Oh, I still have this. That can go right here. That will work. And then we're going to move on to day 2. I don't have to do any inking on day 2. It's all inked. So that's good. Oh, no, 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 no. You can't glue. You can't glue yourself to the... Nope, 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 nope. So you're gluing like I could glue to that thing. I'm going to have to let this unstick itself, and it's just going to stick over like a tab. So it's already dried. It's not a big deal. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, come on, Maggie. Maggie, this looks like my Maggie. So we did put them out. We have a little temporary coop. One that was their temporary coop while we were building the big coop. And I think I'm putting this here. I think I want to reserve that for writing. Because I don't think I'm going to want another tag right here. But anyway, so we put it in between the garden beds. And let them, when we're going to be outside or can watch them or whatever. Because we have a hawk that lives above. And he makes himself known, he or she. I think there's 2. They make themselves known quite often. And so I can't let the chickens free range. I don't have a rooster and I don't have a guardian goose. I don't even have a dog. All of those things would protect the chickens. But, anyway, so, yeah, I like that. Okay. I was really starting to sweat that I wasn't going to like this page. But I think I'm okay with it now. And I may stick this in here just in case I do put another tag and I want this. I just think this is funny. Never leave unattended. See, it might be funny like right here. Oh, I could put it for the chickens. Never. Oh, man. We don't leave them unattended. Not when they're in their temporary coop. This doesn't really fit on this day. On here. But I could glue it down and put the chicken behind it. Am I making things more complicated for myself? I think so. I just think it's funny. That's all. That's all. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it a flip down. And, well, she's already decided to stick herself right there. So, I kind of liked it without this. And after all that with the washi, you just don't even see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. I still need to trim it. That little corner right there just a little bit. Just kind of square it off a little bit. I want to be happy with the page, right? That's the goal, is to be happy with the page. I don't want it as a tuck there. Well, I could. What do I have? I mean, I really wouldn't want it there because that's an odd place to have a tuck, right? So I would either make it a flip up. I could do that. Or flip down. Or I could just glue it down. I think I'm just going to glue it down. I think we have several things that didn't need to be left unattended, if you know what I mean. I wonder if I could get this extra thickness off. Yep, I sure can. Good deal. All right. So let's do this. Okay. And then let's re-glue her. Get all these little bits out of my way. I'm going to re-glue her. And there we go. All right, that takes care of something on that flap. And I love the trim. I love how that worked out. This worked out. I didn't put any ribbon or anything right here. I may have to come back to that. I still want to try to do day 2. Let me get all of my little trimmings into my garbage can. And then let's see how far we can get on this thing. We might not finish it, but because I honestly think that I want some fabric. See, 2, that was, if this was a Monday, that was a Tuesday. I did 3 videos this day. I thought I had them all cut. Okay, so my Tuesday, Thursday, where's my Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Perhaps this will go over here because it kind of blends in over here, don't you think? There we go. So that's there. I have this little pocket. I don't know if I'm going to use this image or not. I have this little pocket right here. I have my videos that I did, and I could line them down there like that if I wanted to. And I finished my book, my journal. That could go down there. So I have a little pocket. I could cover this so it's not so stark white. Oh, I know what I could do. I know what I can do. I could put one of these as my die cut right there. Now on this side, there's a window. I have one in green, and I have this turquoise color. So let's see. What do I like better with that? I think I like the gold with this one. I mean, any of them match, but I think I like the gold. I mean, that one would match too. Okay, so far I've used 2 golds though. Well, this is a little bit different gold than this one. This is a little bit lighter gold. So this is almost an orange. Okay, so let's do today and date. And am I in frame? Okay. Yeah, so we oh, again, I didn't put washi. Do I want washi? Do I really want to go through? I kind of do, because this really is, I hid this one But this, I don't like that pink stripe. So let me dig through my washi again. Let me see if I can find the one that I wanted initially. Although this one would match, it's going to be clear. This one matches. I think you're still going to be able to see the red stripe through it. That was what I was trying to say. I have a very thin gold washi. Maybe that one would be better. Kind of like this one though. I mean, I know I like it. Let's see. And trim there. Yeah, that little gold one I need to keep handy because I'll probably be using it a good bit. And then let me trim this one up here. Or can I fold it over? I'll just fold it over. All right. So that, now that's not sticky anymore. So let's redo this. The die cuts are a little tricky. This is a little bit harder prompt. Allison at AJ's Inspired Life has an item of the month prompt challenge to anyone who wants to join. It was for herself, but she's opened it up to anyone who wants to play along. And if you've been watching me, you know that I've been participating since, I think, the beginning. Pretty much. And yeah, I think so. I think there was 1 month that lost me. I think it was stencils. I think I just didn't finish the journal is what happened. Oh, shoot. I knocked off my... darn. How unfortunate. I'm going to put these up here. I lost the journal. The picture of the journal. I just hope it didn't fall in the trash can. Shouldn't have, but it might have. So I need to look. But I'm going to go ahead and get these glued on. And then I might need to back it with... because they do kind of blur in or blend in. That's kind of a dark paper. But how is it showing up in the screen? Did I rake it off with in my die cut basket? Nope. Washi basket. I had the chickens out. Nope. Okay. Well, let me glue these down before I lose them too. And then we'll see what else we have. Or if I can find it. It might just be under the book. Okay, so I finished making my journal. And then I did the Happy Mail and Ephemera Pack from Allison video. And I want those kind of straight. And then I did a September magazine haul. So, yeah, I had a day full of videos. I was very productive that day. So, and then I had these magazine images because anytime I play in magazines, I like to use this clip art. But, well, I thought I hit the pause button. Now I'm going to have to piece them together. And it worked. But I hit the wrong button coming back in. I thought he was knocking at the door. So, anyway. But anyway, I still haven't found, I guess I should have, while I was, you know, paused or not paused, should have looked for my little piece of fuzz or something in there. It's gonna drive me crazy. Well, I'll get it out in a minute. But I think that will fit in there nicely. And I kind of want to cover this, although, well, looky here, I can just put this here. That way I don't have to cover it, although I do have, that's not big enough. I'm going to eventually have to cut down some of the papers, because I was going to put this down here, and that still leaves me plenty of room to write. I was going to cover this with some kind of paper, but let's look to see. Oh, when I swiped off, I very well could have swiped it in the garbage can. Didn't even think about that. I might just have to reprint it. I was thinking maybe it just went under the book or on the next day, but nope. But I could do that, or I could, I'm eventually going to have to cut up some of these papers anyway. So I don't want anything else dark. I would want something light. Don't think that matches the paint. Well, that matches that right there. That matches that. So I could do that. Doesn't really match the rest of the paper though. That is that paper. That's too close. That, I don't know about. Well, I have a piece of it right here. It's just not very wide. I have something like that. Oh, I could do that. That's kind of the, I haven't used this paper yet. What else? That one's kind of pretty and light, and it matches the gold. I can't remember if I used this paper or not. I did, so we're going to use it again. And what else? I mean, I could have used any of that, right? The birds, but definitely wanted something like, I like that this isn't all gold. Let me get my ruler. Let me see, I wanted about 5 inches by 3. Okay. So I'm going to cut 3. It cuts right in the middle of that flower, doesn't it? I did not think about the fact that this is going to be this way. And then 5. Oh well, I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it being turned sideways and being directional. So this fits here. I think it looks okay, even though the flowers kind of go sideways. And then I'd probably washi that edge. I'd glue it to that edge and then washi that edge. And then I have a spare piece. And I may have to go around the edges of this with the art glitter glue, because this paper is a little bit thicker. So, but it is pretty. There we go. And then, yes, I will want some washi right there. And then I will glue this down here. And, yeah, it doesn't look like much, but I finished making my journal. It gave me fits. Y'all already know that if you watched the video. It did give me a bit of a fit because my center 2 pages tore. So I had to unbind it and fasten those, and then yeah. Okay, so I'm not seeing, I do like how that turned out. I'm not seeing that other little piece that I had right here, so let me find a piece of washi and let me put a little bit of art glitter glue under here. This was just one of the envelopes that I sewed into it. Just for a little extra, a little something. So that thin gold washi might be too thin, but it definitely matches. So I think the art glitter glue will hold it down. So I just want this for, you know, just to take up that white space mainly, more than anything. Oops. There we go. Well, how hard is it to put on a piece of washi? Okay, so how is your September journaling going? Have you started yet? Did you make your own journal? What are you using? What's your color scheme? Do you do a themed journal? Do you do certain colors for certain months? Yeah, tell me all the things because I want to know. And I might find, when I find that, I might put it on here. And again, this side, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. It has the turquoise, but I do want to find that little piece because I have it. And now I don't. So there is no telling where it went, but it's okay. I can always print another one. So this can be, these little envelopes are nice because it can be some little hidden journaling if you want to tuck something else in there. I mean, obviously not there, but I think that fit really nicely right there. And that's my die cut for my item of the month. And yeah, well, we got the first two days done, I think. Is there anything else I need to put on? Oh, crud. Oh, dear. Can't pull that up. That's what I should have put underneath. He had a fishing meeting. That kind of hides some of that dark. Yeah, that is what I would have put right here. I forgot. I should have looked at my notes. He had his fishing meeting, and he has it at Sunny's. I'm going to glue it here, and then I have the little piece of clip art that has the meeting reminder. Now, I don't have to use this whole strip. You just thought I was done. I just thought I was done. I was not done. And I don't have to put this on here, but probably by the fact that it has the Sunnies on it, I know he had a meeting. Because the one club that he's in, they meet at Sunny's once a month. So, let's see how that's going to look. Like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Breaks up that dark paper a little bit. So did this. And sure, why not? Now, what did I do with... Oh, yeah, I'll just get another one. So my glue paper disappeared on me, too. So I'm just all kind of discombobulated today. But we're going to talk that up to just getting adjusted to a new journal. And I would really love to know if anybody else has that issue. I mean, it's not an issue. It's just something that just takes me a minute to get on a roll in a new journal. And figure out how large to print things and how this works. And, I mean, I could put that here, but that's such pretty paper. No, I'll put it right here. And that lightens that area up a little bit. And then this is my journaling space, and then I can journal on that thing too if I want to. Alrighty, and I used washi on both days, right? No, yep, I did, right there. Need to touch it with some art glitter glue or some glue stick, but I did. So I'm still finding myself reaching for the washi, which that's not that surprising because I used a lot of washi before anyway. I mean, I may not have put it on every day like I did last month, but yeah, I find myself reaching for it. So even though it's not the item of the month anymore. So tell me what you think. Are you still reaching for your washi if you participated? So I have, that's too close. Have this rooster or this chicken. I'm looking at ribbon for that thing. We might have to do that one on the next video. Alrighty. Well, let's call it a wrap, because I need to come up with something to put here, and then I need to find that one little picture that I had, and then those 2 pages are done. All right, we broke the ice, y'all. That's it. We broke the ice. So this will make a nice little tag or a nice little pocket for something. And yeah, we got plenty of journaling space on both days, and we have our die cuts on both days, here and here. And I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you come back. If you're new here, welcome. It's not always this squirrely, but I am a little squirrely. So there's that. But anyway, we'll call it creative dysfunction. So I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever it may be where you are when you're watching. And hey, look, I already have something on that day. And yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here, and you take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.